Jason Kelce and his wife, Kylie Kelce, have always shared a down-to-earth humorous approach to their relationship, and one of the most amusing stories they've revealed comes from the early days of their romance. In an intimate moment, Jason Kelce recounted how he navigated a particularly awkward situation during their second date, when his bodily functions almost sabotaged their budding connection. As anyone who's been on a date knows, the first few encounters can be filled with nervous energy, especially when you're trying to make a good impression. For Jason, however, the date was about to take an unexpected turn that would test his ability to handle an embarrassing moment. It all started at a dinner where the couple was enjoying a meal together, in what was supposed to be a relaxed, easygoing atmosphere. Jason had already been trying to impress Kylie with his charm, humor, and naturally, his athletic prowess. But as their conversation progressed and the evening unfolded, something that Jason probably didn't anticipate began to happen. He needed to fart. It was one of those moments that no one really prepares for, especially not when you're still getting to know someone and trying to put your best foot forward. The discomfort quickly mounted, but Jason, ever the problem solver, had to come up with a way to navigate the situation without ruining the evening. What Jason and Kylie shared about that moment was not just about the awkwardness, but also the level of vulnerability and humor they both injected into the situation. Jason admitted that he felt the usual tension of trying to hold in a fart, and in that pressure, he realized he had two choices: either attempt to hide it and risk making things even more awkward, or address it head-on. Of course, this led to a hilarious series of events in which Jason tried to be discreet, but it wasn't long before Kylie noticed his strange behavior. Instead of becoming embarrassed or avoiding the issue altogether, Jason chose to face it head-on. He was honest with Kylie about the situation, even making a joke out of it, which, to his relief, Kylie found endearing. It wasn't about the act itself but about how Jason handled it with a sense of humor, showing that he wasn't afraid to be vulnerable around her. This honesty and openness were key in further strengthening their bond. Kylie, on her end, handled the situation with grace and laughter. Far from being put off or uncomfortable, she appreciated Jason's ability to laugh at himself and not take the moment too seriously. In a way, this light-hearted exchange helped them break down any remaining barriers and solidified their growing connection. It was a testament to their compatibility and how they could both be their true selves, even in slightly awkward or uncomfortable situations. This particular story is just one of many that the Kelces have shared over the years, offering a glimpse into their dynamic. Through the ups and downs, the quirky and the normal, they've built a relationship based on mutual respect, humor, and the ability to embrace imperfection. Jason's decision to not take himself too seriously and to share an intimate, albeit humorous, moment with Kylie is indicative of the kind of relationship they've nurtured, one where both partners can be themselves without fear of judgment. What makes the story even more charming is how it highlights the importance of not sweating the small stuff in a relationship. Everyone has embarrassing moments, but it's how we react to them that often makes the biggest difference. For Jason and Kylie, this humorous situation became just another piece of the foundation they built for their relationship, reinforcing that love doesn't have to be perfect, and it's the imperfections that make it all the more real and beautiful. As they've continued to share aspects of their journey with the public, moments like this have resonated with their fans and followers. The Kelces have become known not just for their successful careers, but for their relatable and down-to-earth approach to love and life. Their willingness to share such personal stories helps to humanize them and makes their relationship even more relatable. After all, who hasn't experienced an awkward moment on a date? The key takeaway from their story isn't that Jason farted, it's how he handled it, with humor, grace, and honesty. This story of Jason Kelce's farting incident is just another example of how the Kelce's relationship thrives on trust, humor, and openness. It's moments like these that allow people to connect with them on a deeper level, knowing that they too have navigated those small, uncomfortable situations that are part of life. Whether it's on a date or in everyday life, it's the ability to laugh at yourself and not take things too seriously that truly builds strong and lasting relationships. Ultimately, Jason and Kylie Kelce's story serves as a reminder that true connection comes from being your authentic self, no matter how silly or imperfect you may seem in a given moment. Life is full of these awkward situations, and how we deal with them can say a lot about our relationships. Jason's willingness to embrace the awkwardness, be honest about the situation, and laugh it off with Kylie was the key to not just surviving the date but thriving in it. It wasn't about the fart itself, it was about how they both navigated that moment together, reinforcing their growing bond with laughter and authenticity.